Hi, I am Dana K. White of aslobcomesclean.com. I'm also the author of How to Manage Your Home Without Losing Your Mind and Decluttering at the Speed of Life. Both of those are available wherever books are sold in any format that you like to read books. Kindle, Nook, everything, audio, all that. Okay, so today I am going to just tackle this little odds and ends collection that's happened. So I don't recommend having designated miscellaneous tubs. Like when you are getting things, decluttered and consolidated, or if you want to call it organizing, that bad word. I don't recommend that you have a space for miscellaneous because it's just too tempting to keep things, for that to turn into a keep box, which I personally can't handle having a keep box, okay? Because a keep box does two things. It gives me a place to just put things without actually knowing where they're gonna go in my house, okay? And so I'm like, oh yeah, I want this, I want to keep it, and I just put it in there. And then you end up with its own box that needs to be decluttered. Or if you have like, okay, this is my miscellaneous stuff, it keeps me from having to make an actual decision about something. This is a cute little, isn't that cute? Cute little baskety thingy that I have in my living room, and it has somehow just collected odds and ends because that's kind of its purpose. It's not a great purpose. I'm not going to tell you, oh, have one of these to collect odds and ends. No, I mean, like, anyway, it just has, it is what it is. Little things have ended up in here. So I am going to declutter it because the process works on any amount of clutter in any size of space. And this is a small space, I can go through it. First thing I'm gonna do is my first decluttering step, which is trash. I have not looked in here ahead of time, so I actually don't know what I'm gonna find in here. But I feel like there's no way there's trash in here, but here's the reason why I look for trash first. It gets me started. Even if I'm confident I'm not gonna find anything, by looking for trash in a box of random stuff, in a whatever of random stuff, I am looking at individual items as opposed to the overall mass of stuff. So it's a way for me to get started. Okay, let me see if I see any trash. If you'll notice, I'm not pulling everything out of here. That's against my decluttering strategy because that's how you end up with a bigger mess when you're decluttering. As long as I'm going item by item, one at a time, final decision by final decision, I am not going to end up with a bigger mess. So, okay, do I have any trash in here? Yes, I do. Some business card. Let's see what else. I'm showing you what I'm doing here. Piece of something. I think it's from somebody's tackle box, but it can absolutely be thrown away because it is one of a million that I found. I should probably have worn my glasses if I'm going to try to look at it at this close. It's hard being old. Okay. All right. So I don't want to show you the business card because y'all are at the internet, so you're crazy. Anyway, but it's a business card and a little thing. 2 pieces of trash. They are going in the black trash bag right now. Here is a small existing donate box. So I've got that here. I actually just grabbed a trash can and set it right over there. Okay, so now I've got everything I need. It's got my feet and my stuff. All right, so item by item, what else am I gonna take out? Well, I'm gonna look and see if there's anything in here that's easy, meaning it has an established home somewhere else in the house, it's just not there for whatever reason. And I'm gonna take it there right now because that's how I do things. According to the timestamps on these videos, we will let you know the total time of this. So let's see, anything that is easy has an established home. All right, measuring tapes, okay? There are 2 of those in here. Might make you think this is the home, it is not. I know exactly where that goes. And I am going to look for anything else that goes in that same general spot. The pens would also go in that spot. You also don't have to hold it up for a camera. Let's see what else I've got here. Okay, other pens. Anything else that goes to, oh, yep. I would look for this, okay, in the same spot of these things. Okay, I'm gonna go take these things there right now. I usually go on and on about the take it there right now when I get to my decluttering questions, which is step 4. But I'm gonna talk about it real quickly here. Do you see, I know you guys can only see the top of it, but do you see that there's less in this space than there was before? So I actually just turned off my camera, got up, walked across to the other side of the house, and put those things in their home. That was easy because I didn't have to think about where they go. I didn't have to make any decisions. All I had to do was just take it there right now. That is different from how I used to do things and different from how most people say to do it. A lot of people will tell you to have a keep box, okay? Because then at the end, when you're done decluttering, then you can go take everything to its home, except that I am almost guaranteed to get distracted. Hopefully doing a video will help me from getting distracted. But the reality is, even if I got distracted at this point, this is it, okay? It has less in it than it did before. It's not done, but it's better. And that's always my goal, is to have less in a space than I did before. So because I took it there right now, there's nothing hanging over my head to do. I am finished with those, what were they? Tape measures, pens. I don't have to think about them anymore because they're in their home, okay? So I'm done. It's like a mental load off of my brain. Okay, so I have looked for, let me see if there's anything else in here that is, scissors are easy. I don't know what just flew across the room, but my dog is gonna go find it out. Let's see, what is easy? Okay, these are easy. I'm gonna go take these right now. It's a little bit annoying because I'm like, no, I should just go ahead and move to the next thing and pretend like these aren't easy, but I'm gonna do it because if I do this, then look, I will have made this much progress, which is success, even though it's not done, okay? Success doesn't mean you have to be done. It means that you've done something. So my son, who edits these videos, every time I get up and I walk across the house, he's like, are you done? I'm like, no, remember? Have you not learned anything? I take it there right now. Okay, all right, so let's keep going through. At this point, I'm gonna see if there's any donations, okay? Does not stand for anything. It's not like, oh, donate under house. I don't know. It seriously is just the stuff that makes me go, why do I have this? Like what? I'm sorry, why? Of course I don't want this. The reason that's a step in the process is to give you permission to just donate things, to not have to ask questions. For those of us who feel easily overwhelmed, we're like, okay, what are the questions that I need to ask? Okay, and you can take a long time on things that you're like, wait a minute, no, of course I need to get rid of that. You don't have to ask yourself the questions. Are there any donations in here? Okay, I don't see anything else that is I don't see anything that's a duh. But I looked, and so now I have a much better understanding of what's in here. So now I'm gonna start pulling out one item at a time and asking myself what, you know, the decluttering questions item by item to work through this clutter, okay? And then the key is that I'm gonna act on those decisions that I'm gonna make according to these decluttering questions immediately. Like I'm going to either, you know, put it in the donate box or I'm gonna take it to its home so that at any point when I stop, this space is better than it was before. Do you remember what it looked like in the beginning? And do you see it now? Okay, it looks better. It's better. Okay, fasteners. I did not buy these. I do not know why we have them. I do not know what they're for. Okay, and there are two of them, two things. And they're taped together as if somebody, this one is I don't know. All right. because I'm sitting here looking at these going, I'm gonna ask myself the 2 decluttering questions, which I should have done from the beginning instead of talking about them, but let's talk about it. If I was looking for fasteners, where would I look for them first? I would look in my office supplies drawer, which happens to be right over there. So I'm gonna take them there right now. But guys, I don't need 2. So I'm gonna consider one of these. I'm gonna do one of these as a donation because I definitely don't need 2. And the others I'm gonna take 2. If I was looking for fasteners, where would I look for them first? I didn't know I had these, and yet I would, if I needed a fastener, I would go look in my office supply drawer. So I'm gonna go put them there. Let's keep going, okay? All right, doolollies, thingies. If I was looking for these doololly thingies, which I don't know the names of them, and it doesn't matter, but I would know what I needed them for. I think it's for like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, where would I look for them first? I would look for them in the toolbox. So I'm gonna go take them to the toolbox right now. I don't wanna go take them to the toolbox, but I'm gonna do it because that's how I make progress and only progress. And I'm back. Okay, let's pull out item by item at this point. My friend made this for me. It's very cute. Really, I had it kind of leaned up, set on the cabinet where this sits. So that's where it goes, and I'm gonna take it there right now. I'm gonna look and see, is there anything else that goes in this general area? Yes, someone gave my husband a World's Best Boss Michael Scott coaster, and that's also where I had that. Don't know why it ended up in this little thing, but I'm gonna go take it there right now. Now, normally, if I wasn't doing a video trying to be away from the other people in my house, I would just be doing this right in that spot. And I will tell you that generally happens. Like when I am decluttering a pile, a mass of stuff, whatever, a lot of the stuff, especially after I get rid of the duh and the easy stuff and all that kind of stuff, it goes like 3 feet away from where I'm working. So the whole take it there right now, don't let that be your, oh, I'm not gonna wanna do that. Y'all don't ever do that. I'm not gonna wanna. Just try it. Try it because it's progress and only progress. All right, I'm gonna go take it there right now. Look, yeah, so much better. This right here, I think this is the remote control that doesn't work. I consider it part of my decluttering process to go test it right now. Because if I don't test it right now, I have this, is this the one? Isn't it the one? Shouldn't I keep it just in case it's the one that does work? Blah, blah. I can answer that question in a couple of seconds. Is this the one that works or is it not the one that works? Obviously it's an older one because it doesn't have those little fancy buttons at the bottom that like take you straight to Netflix or whatever. It's a Roku remote in case you guys haven't seen it before. Anyway, but it's tempting to put this off. But guys, look how far I've gotten, okay? By making final decision by final decision. Testing this is going to let me make a final decision. So here I go, and I'll come back and tell you how it went. Okay, it did not work. I am throwing it in the trash. All I had to actually do was point it toward the little Roku doololly because I started turning on the TV and stuff and I went, no, when I actually use the remote, I see a little light come on. So that's all I did. Editor man, can you put down here at the bottom how long it was between, look at the timestamps and see how long it was between that last video and this one starting to see how long it took me. I mean, I actually tried it. I took the batteries out and they were a little crusty. And so I took the time to take a pencil eraser and get rid of the crust, and which is disgusting sounding. And it was, and then I went and got new batteries, put the new batteries in it and tested it, took the new batteries out and put them back with my other batteries and came back here. And so this amount of time that he's putting right here, right honey, is the amount of time it took me to do all that. And here's, I mean, you guys, I'm done. Like that remote, I never have to think about it again. Where in the past, I used to be like, oh, well, I'm decluttering right now. Let me hold on to this for another time when I'm testing remotes. Except that it stayed clutter, and that thing that didn't work stayed in my house and frustrated me and made my house harder to maintain. And instead, just going ahead and doing it took me, you know, X amount of time, whatever the amount of time is that it says right there. But really, I mean, like, it did not take me much time at all, and I'm done. And I never have to think about it. I never have to move that thing again. I don't have to deal with it again. It is gone out of my life and out of my mind. Okay. All right. Now I am down to just a few little pieces of hairy money. Y'all, that's just the reality. If you got a pile of clutter, there's dirt under that pile. It's gross. Okay. All right. These are odds and ends of Brad's or whatever those things were that I said earlier that I donated one pack and I did the other. There are a couple that have fallen out. They have dog hair on them. I am going to throw them away. There's just a few. It's not worth opening the package and getting all the dog hair out. I'm sorry. I know. One is gone. Another is, oh, yeah, that's another one. Another one's gone. Oh, there's different sizes. I bet the different packs were different sizes. I don't care. I don't care. Whichever pack I kept is the pack I kept. All right, all right. It was the one that was already opened anyway. So I'm throwing away dog hair and Brad's. Cinder, you want to come over here and be in the video and show them how hairy you are? No, you just want to eat stuff when I'm trying to make a video. Okay, there we go. All the hairy Brads. Sorry if your name is Brad. Are gone. All right, and you're hairy. Oh, the men in my house are hairy. It's okay. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, I could say I'm done, but you know what? I'm like, I can do this. All I have left are a bobby pin and a hair tie thingy. So I'm going to take that to my daughter's room. That is a screw for something that I will probably need and probably regret throwing away. And yet I'm gonna throw it away anyway. All right, and then some cash money. All right, I'm gonna put this where we keep our regular spare change so that it's all together, so that if somebody in the house decides to be good and, you know, gather up change, it's all in one place and not in all these random different spots. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go take these things, okay, which are in the same general direction, and then I'll be back. On my way back, I grabbed my duster, and here we go. Y'all, it's empty except for grossness. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna swift it. Most of it out. Did that into my trash. Yeah, I'm gonna call it done. All right, so this is now ready to go sit there and likely continue collecting random odds and ends. Again, I'm Dana K. White, and I'll talk to you guys later.